Hello! Hello there, Site-42 staff, as well as those of you from the greater SCP Foundation. As always, I am Dr. Theron Sherman. Welcome to another Coffee Break with Dr. Sherman, a subsidiary of the anomalous broadcast from Site-42. As always, I open my office door to you guys, the SCP Foundation staff, for anywhere between 30 minutes to 3 hours a day, depending. Today it's going to be 60 to 90 minutes. We'll see how the chat goes up today. But we are planning today, as always, to answer your questions about the SCP Foundation's inner workings and mysteries. Whether it's the anomalies we contain, the staff that does such crack-up job doing the containing, what about those group of interests that hate how well we are at containing? Or, of course, hypothetical containment procedures about anomalies that exist outside of the SCP Foundation's purview, whether it because they're from a different multiverse or a pataphysical narrative level separate from ours, i.e., fandom. I'm here for the next 60 to 90 minutes to chat you guys up as well as talk about our stream topic. But before we get to that, a little bit of beginning of stream house cleaning. First and foremost, Galaggle, thank you for being our first chatter of the day. Meanwhile, Senior Researcher Frogman, Junior Researcher Sally, Trey, Dr. Dyshern, Person of Interest, Codename End, Mr. Scum, Chester Factory, Chris the Direwolf Boy, Rose, Anna, Silent Follower, Axel, Edward, A.A. Blackwood. Where did my list here go? And Junior Researcher HLG. Good to see you guys in the chat so punctually, and thank you for being members. Meanwhile, Isabella, Noah, Saul, Bored as Hell, Agatha, and Rosie Rose. Thank you guys for being here so punctually, just for being you. Second of all, we have 2 donations straight out the back. Also, I'm refreshing Ko-Fi to see if it maybe works again. Okay, it seems to be up and running again, thankfully. Continuing on. 2 quick donations came in right out the gate. The Haunted Researcher, thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Make sure to grab yourself some saltwater taffy on your way past the commissary. Hello again, Dr. Sherman. And hello again to you, spooky researcher friend. Silent Follower, thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Grab yourself some salted caramel on your way past the commissary. Just a quick hello from me today. Have fun with your hot dogs, LOL. Oh, we will have fun with the hot dogs today, believe you me. Second piece of housekeeping at the beginning of stream before we get on to the main event. Today's stream is sponsored. If you look at the description, you will find links, and those links go to an SCP-3008 Infinite Furniture Store comic book. This is a physical comic book, color images inside. Several anomalies have been let loose inside the Infinite Furniture Store that I'm not going to spoil for you. But this is episode 1, and episode 2 is currently being kickstarted. Meanwhile, episode 1 and 2 have variant covers of Dr. Sherman in the Infinite Furniture Store, as well as Mr. Illustrated has his character Mike in the Infinite Furniture Store. And so this is the variant cover for number 1, which is limited time available by one of the links in the description. And then episode 2, if you already have episode 1, with its variant cover of Dr. Sherman up a tree, because I'm trying to get SCP-4521 to scream inside the Infinite IKEA like I do. Well then, that is what you're going to find at the Kickstarter. So thank you to Site-19 Comics for sponsoring today's stream, and grab yourself some of those comic books at our links if you want to help support Site-42 at the same time. Yes, Puppet Boy, I did say Infinite Furniture Store. There's a certain Swedish furniture company that's very lawsuit happy. Remember when they sued that SCP-3008 game into non-existence because they thought the branding was a little too close, even though the guy changed it all so it wasn't IKEA? Jiminy sakes. Let's stay away from there. Now, I did the sponsorship bit. I did the intro and hellos. I am, of course, the most talented streamer of all time. Excellent work. That is how good I am at these educational streams for you, the SCP Foundation staff. Nothing but the best for you guys. Very well organized. We have plenty of funding, and we are not being rushed into anything or having to do slapdash containment solutions because the budget's being cut. One more thing I'm going to do. Support link. https://beacons.ai/site42 is our consistent Site42 support link. You can always find our social medias that you can follow if you're not following them. You can find our sponsorship links, our Patreon and all that. It's all there. Don't hurt yourself patting yourself on the back there, Doc. I won't, Edward, and you know why? Because my Foundation Fitness Initiative and my rehab for my injured ankle are going great. I've been doing yoga. I can pat myself on the back because I'm much more flexible than I was a month and a half ago. We're getting better. That's both arms, man. We can pat ourselves on the back, double strength over here. That's how good we are. Also give ourselves a nice percussive back massage at the same time. That's how skilled we are in these parts. Just got a notification. Junior Researcher Sally, thank you for your first donation to today's stream and for taking the trouble to go through the Ko-Fi so YouTube doesn't take 30% of your fee. I appreciate the effort. Thank you very much. And make sure to grab yourself some saltines on your way past the commissary. Hi, Doc. Might be a stupid, but do you know where I could get help criticism on my SCP draft article? Oh, you're writing an SCP now. Congratulations. Well, the best place you're going to get it, first of all, if you haven't started writing it and you're a new SCP author, you want to go through the greenlight process. This is where once you are successfully joined the Wikidot and then join the SCP Wiki, you go to the Greenlight Forum, and there you submit your idea to SCP critique authors, and their job is to just kind of say, hey, that sounds like it might be a really hard idea. You should probably try something easier first. Or they might say, hey, I like your idea. Go for it. Then you start writing your idea. Then, when you want critique, you go to the site SCP Wiki critique forums. Now, the thing is, there's a lot of articles submitted all the time, and there's not much critique staff by comparison. They're getting hit by a fire hose over there. So they'll get to you when they can, but the problem is there's not enough staff, so it takes a little time. The other thing you can do is hang out in places where SCP authors hang out. The SCP Foundation Discord server has a lot of SCP authors. The SCP Declassified, which is a subreddit that breaks down and explains SCPs in case you don't get it. It's a really good subreddit. They have a Discord server where a lot of SCP authors hang out. And so in that vein, if you are friends with SCP authors, they might just trade critique for critique. Sometimes they'll be like, hey, can you read my article? And then you'll be like, yeah, and you can give them a crit, and then they'll crit you in return. It's like a trade. It's part of being in the community. You make friends, you make critique traders, and it all works out. So do your best on that side. I know it's a little hard to break into the community because it's the same as anything. You got to show up and make friends. That's true of any community you go to. You got to show up, you got to talk amicably, you got to rub elbows, and you'll find your way. I think that is the way to do it. All right, so I have to not be scared to talk to people. It's going to be hard. Yes, that's true, Junior Researcher Sally. But it is the way. We are a creative writing community, after all. And there are people who are just so damn good at writing that they don't have to get greenlit or critique. They can just drop an article and have it one and done. I'm not that good. Most people are not that good. Most of us go through the greenlight and go through the critique process and all that. The only reason I didn't go through the greenlight process is because when I began writing SCPs, it didn't exist yet. It's a newer thing. But I did get critique on all the articles you see on the wiki, and I tell you this, the one SCP I wrote without critique is one of my weakest articles. SCP-3008, I believe? No, that's not right. Is it right? What the hell is my SCP? Let's go to my author page, the Sherm Site 42 author, Site 42 hub and author page on the SCP Wiki. I was right, it was 3302. 3302 I wrote as a cold post. I did not get critique, I just wrote it up, posted it. It survived, but it's definitely one of my weaker articles, you can tell. At least based by the ratings. Meanwhile, the other cold posts that I tried to make, they got deleted because they were not very good. Everyone has their failures back in the day. Terma de Galego, you write SCPs? Yes, if you go to the support link, which is pinned in the chat, it leads to my SCP author page. You can go in there and check it out. 3302, is that the gym look? Yes, it is. And you know, I'm not saying it's a bad article. I'm saying it gets the job done as a short comedy piece. It's just not the deepest and best article I wrote. I would put my first article, George the Chinchilla, way above it. I would put What I Did for Love. It's my most highest rank and popular article. Hair Growth by Dado. Another simple comedy article, but a lot deeper in the writing, which isn't saying much. Ignorance is Bliss. I put it above it. Ballad of Jim Biggio, short and sweet, I put it above it. The only one I think is on the same level is 5542. And even I like 5542 a little more. It's just it didn't land with the audience the way I intended it to. Long story short, too late. Yes. Go through the process until you are very confident you don't need the process. Honestly, I would really love to write an SCP someday, but I feel like I'm a bit too young and inexperienced to make one at the time. Person of interest, End. You are in an enviable position right now. If you are too young to join the wiki, which means you are under 18, that means you are in the point in your life where you learn things so much faster than older adults do. Consider this. If you want to learn languages, scientific studies have denoted you learn languages faster when you're young. You don't learn them when you're older as fast. Any concept, you know, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Well, you can, it just takes longer. So right now, you're at the point where you can take writing classes, you can read all the SCPs you want, and learn about the format, get used to the language of the wiki, and you can improve so that when you're 18, you can hit the ground frickin' running. I wrote my first SCP in like age 30, and I still only favor very short, simply formatted articles. I don't go crazy on the formatting and all that like them darn kids on the wiki do today. So yeah, you're in a good place. Practice now while your brain is malleable. All right, I know there's a bunch of donations I have not gotten to yet because they've been coming in and I've been on a couple long tangents. Trust me, I never miss a dono, or at least very, very rarely. I will get to them. So if you did donate, I promise I will get to it. Please do not fear. In fact, Epic Fire Dragon, Dr. Darkstar, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Make sure to grab yourself a chicken tender and fries plate on your way past the commissary. Hey, Doc, just realized with my new form, I'm gonna need a new dorm with a rebuilt bathroom. Medical has a file, update rate, send about my condition, along with full info about me. All right, well, I will contact the contracting department and we will get renovations in order. Crimson Red, how do you become a member? So if you're on mobile, then usually YouTube and I think Google Play as well do not allow you to join memberships because they do not want, YouTube doesn't want the Apple Store to get 30% of the membership fee because Apple steals the money as well in that case. So what you want to do is you want to come to chat on a desktop computer or a laptop. Or I've cheated like this. I've gone into my web browser and I've refreshed in desktop mode, and that's allowed me to join memberships on my phone before. But it's a bit tricky. For those of you shouting out Desk. Desk is currently slightly and humorously incapacitated. You see, Desk gave Dr. Clef a little lip this morning, and Alto got revenge by giving the desk a big rub down with lemon pledge. Now, you and I both know, as big carpentry stands, that you shouldn't put lemon pledge on mahogany, which the desk is mahogany. Therefore, the desk is now very slippery and unable to type. So wait a little bit and that will come around. But we have to wait for desk to dry out before desk can type actually. Michael and Goku, welcome to Site 42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. Billy the Go-Go, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Make sure to grab yourself some soft serve on your way past the commissary. Hi, Sherm. Two things. One, give me a new SCP to do SFXY so I can send it in on Friday. Number two, can I request you do Side 2, Clever Girls, for the hot dog eating competition? Yes, you can! So number one, special effects makeup for Friday. You should try to do what I did with my SFX team previously. You should try to do an SCP-3008-2. The Slenderman face, the flat, can't see through it face with no facial features. Be an IKEA employee. Be the IKEA employee that you want to see in SCP movies in the future. Sorry, the Infinite Furniture Store employee. Whew, almost had a trouble there. And yeah, let's really quickly do Clever Girls for the hot dog ranking. That way I don't forget. And in case you don't know what I'm talking about in the title of the stream, in 2 or 3 previous streams, I have run through the Mobile Task Force's directory for the SCP Foundation, and we are ranking them based on how well I, and a little bit of you guys, but mainly me, think they would do in a hot dog eating contest. Because yeah, the SCP Mobile Task Forces can do a lot of things, but the real important question is how are they going to fare in a hot dog eating contest? So in the past, we've done multiple Mobile Task Forces like Beta 7, the Maz-Adders, Delta 4, the Minutemen. Of course, we did Epsilon 11, the Nine-Tailed Fox. We have a nice list of that, and if you look at the previous streams in the playlist, we always use the same hot dog thumbnail so you can find them nice and easily. It's Mobile Task Forces and Hot Dog Genu, in case you don't know what you're looking for. So now, let me look into Clever Girls real quick. Mobile Task Force, you said that was Psi 2, codename Clever Girls. Psi 2, oh sorry, it's Phi 2, P-H-I. Phi 2, codename Clever Girls. Specialized in the studies, tracking, capture, and hunting of prehistoric anomalies, especially dinosaurs. Alright, so if they are hunting and containing dinosaurs, they've got to be some pretty tough customers. They are large animals. You got to be a strong team. So that's good news. They're involved in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 containment anomalies, as well as 2 action reports. So they are seeing a lot of play. You got to deal with dinosaurs a lot more than I thought you did at the Foundation. Must be, I mean, it makes sense. We have so many dragons milling around here at Site 42. I guess dinosaurs are just like one step removed. So, with that, I would give them an easy A in their ability to win at hot dogs. But I don't know if they have the special sauce to make it up to S rank. Can you guys think of any special sauce that the Clever Girls might have to get them up to S rank hot dog eaters? Because otherwise, I think I'm pretty comfortable making them an A rank. Fee-fi-fo-fum. That's what I was trying to say. USCP Fundacion? Intern Miguel? Yes, I am. Puppet Boy agrees with A rank. No one seems to be arguing with me too much in the chat. So, yeah, the Clever Girls are going to be A rank. Lily Kitty Gaming. Good afternoon, Dr. Sherman. It's my first stream I was actually able to make on time to watch live, but I have a horrible migraine, so I won't be able to say much. Hope you're doing good. I am doing good today, and I'm sorry you have a migraine. Get some rest and maybe some painkillers as needed for medical, and rest it off. I hope you recover soon. All right, I'm going to mark them down as A rank because fighting dinosaurs and containing many anomalies, but no special sauce to bring them to S rank. Good. All right, it is marked. Now we're back to the chat. And let me get through a couple more donos before I continue the hot dog ranking. Although I will cover any that are requested in the donos, of course. Desk! Good to see you drying out a little bit from that lemon pledge. Ready for action, I see. Junior Researcher HLG, thank you for your 1-month member message as a level 1 researcher. We appreciate your service and your membership, especially the research you're doing to help us win the battle against the white names. How would the Foundation contain the Hollow Knight? The Hollow Knight, you say? So, what exactly is the Knight? I know the game is very popular. I haven't played it yet. I guess I should look up like a versus wiki where Hollow Knight stats. Hollow Knight. And boom. So the Hollow Knight is the eponymous boss of Team Cherry's Indie Metrovania Hollow Knight. Superhuman physical characteristic, possibly small size. Corruption, immortality. Bodily weaponry, sound manipulation, can roar. Teleportation. Freaking teleporters. Okay, so we need a Scranton reality anchor at minimum. That's annoying. Soul manipulation, mind manipulation, life force manipulation. So many things. Small building level. Strength. So at least it could get stuck in a room. We don't need to worry too much. We could just have a reinforced containment chamber for that. And are these things... How big are the bugs in Hollow Knight? Is this a future where things are irradiated and so these are human-sized bugs, or are these actual bugs? I'm not familiar with this game beyond its very nice aesthetic, so I don't know much about it. Checking the chat to see if you guys have any answers to help me out here. Otherwise, I'm going to say just lock it in a room. Doesn't look that difficult. Oh, with a Scranton reality anchor for the teleportation. CC Diaries. Isn't it just a bug? Just put it in a jar. That's what I think. All right. Billy the Go-Goat. Thank you for becoming a level 1 researcher here at Site 42. We appreciate your membership and your service in the battle against the white names. You're saying the bugs are big because of the radiance, okay? So that means we're doing a containment cell that's reinforced rather than a jar. Gotcha. Hornet uses a needle for a weapon, so small. Oh, okay. Well, if that's the case, then yeah. Walter, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Make sure to grab yourself some fried chicken on your way past the commissary. Walter here about 4633, the D-Class becoming the brother of Cthulhu from last stream. Instead of banishing it, we are conducting tests on an Omnitrix-like device to harness its powers. That's dangerous. Not that we don't do dangerous and irresponsible experiments all the time, so tell me how it goes. Cullivan, Dr. Cullivan, thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Make sure to grab yourself a taquito on your way past the commissary. Hello, Dr. Sherman. Made it to Bioresearch Area 32 to study SCP-042. Quite an interesting SCP. SCP-042, my site's namesake, and I've never looked into it. A formerly winged horse is the code name. It is a horse. It is a white horse with brown spotting. It looks like we are force feeding it because it refuses to eat. It looks like it's depressed because it lost its wings, maybe. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's weird. I never knew about that one, but hey, we gotta, yeah, if we can't study it, then we can't, if it dies, we can't study it as well. So we gotta keep it alive, that's for sure. Violet, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Make sure to grab yourself a chimichanga on your way past the commissary. Hi, Dr. Sherman. Aware of the green light process, but is there any proper way to format a submission for a mobile task force member? How do people normally go about doing that? Thank you, buddy. So, Violet, what you're talking about in a specific sense with a mobile task force member is a very common question, which is, how do you codify your OC, basically? And the key here is that normally that's not how it works on the SCP Wiki. You don't see a whole lot of personnel files for individual characters. And that's because the SCP Wiki is not like a D&D monster manual or a character repository, although a lot of people think we are that. Instead, mobile task force members get codified in SCP articles and stories. Tales, sorry. And so what you would do is you would write a tale about an event that involves your character and how they get through it. For instance, I have codified several very specific characters just by inserting them into a story. If you read my tale, Ignorance is Bliss, then that is a mobile task force member called Alan Williams and Brianna Taxon, I think. And they're just characters in the scenario of the Ignorance is Bliss scenario. And so they have their personalities on display, their skills, but they are just part of a story rather than just a roster entry. We don't do roster entries, I guess is what I'm saying. Also, if you go to SCP-5542, Cake by the Ocean, I codified 2 characters who are parodies of Sean and Gus from Psych, because I wanted it to be a silly article with a dark twist at the end. So that's the way you really get codifying characters. It's not through the character dossier. Most people's character dossiers are just their SCP author pages coded as a dossier, which is another way to cheat. If you write enough SCP articles that you can make your own author page, then you can codify your OC as your OC on the wiki. So that's a way to do it. Desk is telling me that if you want your own mobile task force entry on the list, then you need your mobile task force group to end up in 3 articles, and they can't just be written by you. It's a rule. The same goes with tags. To get an official tag on the wiki, a character tag, then your character has to be not only in multiple articles. I think it's like 5 for a tag, but it has to be written by people other than just you. You're not allowed to just codify your own character by yourself. You have to make something that's mimetic enough that other people use it. Now, those other people can be your friends. I mean, there's no rule against that. If you and your friends write some stories for the wiki that involve this character, then you can get a tag that way. But it has to be like 3 to 5 people as well as 3 to 5 articles. Long story short, there's an easy way and a hard way. The easy way is just writing a good story and then putting them in there, not as the main focus, but as a side character. Hope that helped. Haunted Researcher, thank you for gifting a Site-42 membership to the chat today. Your service against the white names in our war is much appreciated. Also, if you got that membership from Haunted Researcher, make sure to thank them for their generosity. It is the right thing to do. Puppet Boy, thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Make sure to grab yourself a brioche on your way past the commissary. You're the coolest, Doc. Well, much obliged. Thanks for being here. Currently working on some art for Friday while I listen. Do you like forget-me-nots? Well, I mean, flowers are cute no matter what. No one's complaining about getting flowers unless they have certain allergies. That's not a good thing. But yeah, forget-me-nots are cute. And then you worry about the amnestics or nestics being put in them for various purposes as a ironic disguise, so you should be careful of that. Building Block, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Get yourself an empanada on your way past the commissary. Hey Doc, glad to see you're back. Well, good to be back. What's the procedure when you find your Foundation colleague or superior obviously acting strange or brainwashed? Report it to their superior, put in the proper forms with medical, and we'll see what happens. Billy the Go-Goat, thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as becoming a recent member. Make sure to grab yourself a plate of flapjacks on your way past the commissary. You got it. I can't wait to be a random furniture store employee. Wonderful. Good work on that. Checking the, that doesn't need to be there. That doesn't need to be there. Tab cleanup, tab cleanup. Tyrone's, otherwise known as Dr. A Mask. Thank you for your first donation of today's stream, and thank you for going to the Ko-Fi. We appreciate the effort. Make sure to grab yourself a milkshake on your way past the commissary. Greetings, Doc. Wonderful to see you're well. Been thinking about trying to write an SCP again. I've had many ideas in the past. Might read through some of my old ones and see how I can work on them. If you want, I can send some of the off-site drafts ones I'm proud of. Dr. A Mask. I apologize, team, for Site-42, but I have retired from critiquing drafts, except in very, very rare circumstances. Because we have 1 million followers here on YouTube, and if I accepted every time to look at someone's draft, I would not do much else. And we would prefer me doing the work I do for the SCP Foundation. So I apologize. Please don't send me your drafts, but share them around with friends and people you respect as writers for critique to make them good enough to post. That's what you can do for me. Sin, thank you for your first donation of today's stream, as well as being a member. Make sure to grab yourself a smoothie on your way past the commissary. So, how far is it that I can start eating planets? Probably a couple of days. We found a nice dead universe, and we just have to hook up the wormhole and the Sizonator to your containment cell, and that will fulfill your dietary needs. So, give us a couple days. Facilities is working on it. Dr. Darkstar, thank you for donating again. Pretty much, for the stuff I will need a stronger bed frame, a rebuilt bathroom, and a bigger door. That is all that should be needed for me. We are working on it, my man, and man, whole lot of re-renovations going on about the facility today, huh? The drills are going to keep us up all night, I'm sure. LOL, lols, thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Make sure to grab yourself a oatmeal on your way past the commissary. The tree will never scream, except dead. Don't you sass me. I know what 4521 is capable of. It will scream. Believe me. It will happen, and then I will be the one laughing, and you will be the one looking ashamed in back of your dormitory, crying at night. That'll be you. You next. Marcel, welcome to Site 42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. I'm very excited because the channel is at, when you guys look at the sub count, you see 1.05 mil. But when I look at it, I can see the exact count, and we are less than 500 subs away from 1.06. So I'm hoping to see that 1.06 tick over in the next couple of days. So the more subscribers we get, the better at this point. Let's hit that next benchmark. Billy the Go-Go, thank you for donating again. Funny story, at my front store for the Foundation, I was working the counter, Jeff came by. I was told to tell Commander Price, but I didn't because we like Jeff. Yeah, that's a pretty good move. Commander Price really needs to give Jeff a break anyways. Remember, read the SCP-3008-J document. We don't even know for sure that Jeff is actually anomalous, huh? Think about that, Commander Price. You're being so grumpy, we don't even know if Jeff is actually anomalous. There can be a completely logical and normal, non-anomalous way that Jeff arrived in our undersea base 3,000 meters under the fucking ocean and interrupted a Cthulhu fight. There could be a totally logical and non-anomalous reason. I'm just saying. It's possible. Dr. Darkstar, thank you for donating again. Thanks, Doc. Always know I can count on you and the site teams. Also, have you tried having 4521 get infested with cicadas? They scream 24/7. Yeah, but we infested it with spiders, and the spiders didn't work. I don't think the cicadas are going to be that much more useful. I mean, the screaming might annoy it internally. Honestly, that would be an easy test to get approved. I might as well give it a try. Thank you for the inspiration. But no mouth. You have no mouth. Junior Researcher HLG 4521 does have a mouth. We carved a mouth into it. It has a mouth now. We just waiting for it to scream. Even just a little one. Just a little scream. Just a little fucking scream. Little respect, please. 4521. Lols, thank you for donating again. The tree won't scream, it will only tease you by making little noises and sounds. It won't scream, it will never. Also, cat girl to mention when. Well, the way you're talking, I'm not approving any trips to the cat girl dimension for you. So you can just, that's right out. Cat girl dimension is a reward for good behavior, not sassing the site director. Desk would like me to remind you that in the Site 42 Discord server, as well as the Discord, there are channels for writing help for you to share your drafts with people. Now, Desk wanted me to share that, but I also want to caution Desk on something, and caution you guys as well. Remember that when you're getting critique, it is always better if you know the person who you're getting critique from has the requisite skill to write an article for the SCP Wiki in the first place. It is not very useful for you to ask someone who does not know how to write for writing tips. So while you can get opinions on your article from anyone, it's also important that you get at least some critique from people who have actually written for the SCP Wiki. That way you know they understand the structure and can give you tips in that sense. So from a casual fan standpoint, yes, you can get critique from anybody. But also make sure you're getting tips from people who know what they're doing as well. You gotta balance it out there. Just be cautious. SE and 049, welcome to Site 42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. Haunted Researcher, thank you for your donating again. So does this tree regenerate? Sounds like it would be dead by now. Yes, haunted researcher. In the SCP-4521 document, I believe it is the second test that we did to it. Pulling it up now. Oh no, I accidentally mistyped one number. Let's fix that. We used an extremely hot branding iron to imprint the word slave onto the base of the tree. No screaming was detected, and the brand disappeared in 2 days' time. So it is definitely healing. So, what does that say? Doubters who think the tree is normal, non-anomalous tree? You're all delusional. I'm the only one who knows what's going on here. Onyx the Artist, thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Grab yourself some fettuccine on your way past the commissary. Have you tried building a vacuum chamber around the tree and sucking out all the CO2? Well, if it can't breathe, it can't scream. We need it to be able to fill its little tree lungs to scream. So that's a little suffocating. It would be fun. I'd enjoy it, but it wouldn't be the best way to make screaming happen. We got to be careful. Billy the Go-Goat, thank you for donating again. So I have a hot dog suggestion again, Omega Zero. Well, I appreciate you guys donating. I will get to hot dogs, I'm sure, eventually. And thank you for donating to get some hot dogs going today. Omega Zero, you say? Let me pull up Omega Zero. What can Omega Zero do? Omega Zero. Codename. Ara Arun. I don't know exactly the pronunciation of those accents, so I'm just going to call him Ara Arun. The Saints of Mobile Task Force Omega Zero are informational constructs with the memories of deceased Foundation personnel able to manifest through access to the Foundation's intranet terminals. Using identity warfare training, they protect their living comrades against informational threats and entities. The existence of Mobile Task Force Omega Zero is unknown to most or all of the living members of the Foundation. Well, except for us. Now, while they are used to contain 4 anomalies and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 action reports, they're AIs. They live in a computer. They're informational constructs. Can't eat hot dogs. F rank. I apologize. I'm not yelling at you in particular for your suggestion, but you did suggest artificial intelligences. So, I mean, we got to think a little harder about our guesses here. These AIs cannot eat hot dogs. They are going in the failure ranking. Omega Zero, Control-Shift-V, F rank, Frank. They are AIs, can't eat hot dogs. All right. Dr. Cullivan, thank you for donating again. I'm going to attempt to give it this really pretty yellow apple I found when I was running late last time. It looks golden. You're going to give the tree a golden apple? I don't know exactly what effect that would have, but color me interested. Dr. A Mask, thank you for donating again, this time through YouTube Super Chat. Hey, Doc, what if we got a reality bender to make the tree scream? Dr. A Mask. Well, isn't that cheating? We don't want to take the easy way out here. We want to have put in the effort. Plus, it would be an alternate reality where the tree screamed. It wouldn't be our tree screaming in our reality. So, while I appreciate your zeal very much, we got to make sure we do this the right way. Epic Fire Dragon, Dr. Darkstar, thank you for donating again. Wait, if I suggested the cicada test, would I be allowed to remotely monitor the test if I am not cleared for duty yet? Well, yes, if you suggest the test for 4521, you have to be in attendance, otherwise it's not kosher. Plus, we could keep you on the wrong side of the two-way glass. That way you wouldn't, in case any anomalous interference would come in. Train of Destruction. Otherwise, I'm going to call you Todd. Thank you for your first donation of today's stream. Get yourself a nice roast duck on your way past the commissary. A simple test idea, but if we tried using an omnidirectional hamster wheel that 096 could run on, and have it use sensors that move in the direction that 096 would run, and if we could, sorry if this is a stupid idea. The problem is the omnidirectional hamster wheels, the technology we have for that, the friction of the speed of 096's running would break down the wheel way too fast. So unfortunately, we can't trap it in a big hamster ball, so to speak. Would be nice, but the physics are outside of our current technological realm. So, I'm checking the chat, and chat, mobile task forces. Give me some mobile task forces to look at. Who's gonna win the hot dog eating contest? And while I wait for the answers to roll in, sir, why are you allowed to wear Hawaiian shirts and I have to hide my true slug form because it's, and I quote, icky and too anomalous? Well, Researcher Slug, I'm the site director. I set the dress code for Site 42. So, yeah, Hawaiian shirts are fine. Especially extremely fashionable, goofy movie Hawaiian shirts. Thank you. Yuck. Dr. Darkstar, thank you for donating again. Okay, we'll see if I can get my lab coat retailer for my new form. Yeah, that's important. Dr. Cullivan, thank you for donating again. No, 042. Oh, you're giving the horse a golden apple? No, we've already got it covered with the feeding tube. Don't give it anomalous, likely to be foods. It's just gonna make things worse. Mr. Scum, Samsara is already on our list of hot dog eaters, and we have not been able to determine if they are able to eat since they are cyborgs. So once someone gets us the answer on that, we'll be able to move forward with a Samsara ranking. But right now, we're in a universe where we don't know if they can actually eat hot dogs or not. Desirdrin, did I see you say one? Where was it? Darkstar wants to see Epsilon 9. Is Epsilon 9 on our rankings already? No, we have not ranked Epsilon 9. So what is Epsilon 9? The Fire Eaters. Oh, they're on those playing cards that we just did. So Mobile Task Force Epsilon 9, codenamed the Fire Eaters. Task Force mission. Epsilon 9 specializes in the use of incendiary weaponry and operations in high-temperature environments. Desk. If you've got your desktop, up and running, if you look at Epsilon 9 in the Mobile Task Force list, there is a typo where Task Force is capitalized and the M in mission is not capitalized. Now, the mission in every other box is capitalized, so that's a typo. If you want to grab that and fix that, that would be kosher. But while that's in the plan here... What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 anomalies that the Fire Eaters are working on with their incendiary weaponry and operations in high-temperature environments. Also, I'll tell you this, they're already handling a whole bunch of anomalies. They're pretty strong. I might give them a B to an A rank just based on that alone. But come on, the Fire Eaters, number one, their eating is literally fire. They are fire when it comes to eating. Secondarily, Fire Eaters, that tells me they'd be pretty damn good at a barbecue. They are hot dog eating champions. Epsilon 9 is going straight to S rank. They've got that special sauce in their hot dog eating skills. Epsilon 9. Oop, wait. Da-da-da-da. S rank. Awesome strength. Awesome barbecuing. Fire eaters. So that wasn't Zerdrin's. I saw Zerdrin had one. What was it? New 7. New 7, you say, Zerdrin. S tier prove you wrong, you even say. Okay, let's have a look at what New 7 can do. New 7. Mobile Task Force New 7, codename Hammer Down. The famous Hammer Down. Jesus Christ. Specifically, Vor Jesus is who I'm calling to, SCP-5991, because damn, do these guys contain a lot of frickin' anomalies. How many anomalies are New 7 Hammer Down involved with? Before that. Task Force Mission. Just a second. Desk, we were talking about just now, Epsilon 9 are the ones with a typo. Epsilon 9 are the one with a typo. Now, New 7 Hammer Down, Task Force Mission. Armed Mobile Task Force New 7 is a battalion-strength force consisting of 3 company-size elements of Special Operations Infantry Forces, a light armored vehicle company, tank platoon, helicopter squadron, chemical, biological, radiological, nuclear platoon, combat engineer platoon, nuclear weapons specialist squad, plus additional combat specialists and support personnel. Armed Mobile Task Force New 7 is based primarily out of Armed Biocontainment Area 14 and is tasked with responding to incidents involving loss of communication with major Foundation facilities under circumstances wherein a site-wide breach, enemy compromise, or other similarly catastrophic event is suspected. So they are, in fact, boss company. In fact, hardcore. They are containing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I need to scroll. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54. I need to scroll again. 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, and 60. But it keeps on going. 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69. Nice. 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78 anomalies. Hammer Down is logged in 79 SCP articles. I wish I was recording. Mr. Scum, you can just clip. YouTube has that functionality. You can clip it all you want. For the memes, y'all. Furthermore, their action reports. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40 action reports. That is so many anomalies and so many action reports. Very, very simply put, Zerdrin can put out the challenge, but I cannot rise to it. There is no world where Hammer Down is not S rank. They don't even need special sauce. The meat is just that well cured. Yikes, Hammer Down. Jiminy sakes. Take a nap sometime. What the hell? S rank no frills, just containing 79 anomalies and 40 action reports. They are mighty. I got nothing else to say. Easy, easy A. All right. Coming back to the chat, I see a bunch of donations. Let me rocket through those real quick. And by the way, time check Site42 staff. We are currently at the approximately 1 hour mark of today's stream, leaving our coffee break with 30 minutes-ish left. Also, a reminder, since we're at the hour mark, remember, the stream is sponsored. The Dr. Sherman variant cover of the SCP-3008 Infinite Furniture Store comic book. The links are in the descriptions. Get them while they're hot. The Kickstarter does not have that long left. You want to make sure to get it before it runs out. Zerdrin, you're saying that likes have beaten viewers, and you are correct. Site42's Mobile Task Force Psi-42, codename Signal Boosters, congratulations on getting the likes above the viewer count. This is the way we use YouTube's algorithms to pull unsuspecting people into the SCP Foundation fandom. We will funnel them into supporting the authors and the artists and the animators and the game devs and the filmmakers and the wiki at large. Mobile Task Force Psi-42, codename Signal Boosters, I salute your epic work. And yes, to finish the sponsor plug, you have 16 days left on that Kickstarter, so get it while it's hot. And if you are going to get it, please use our links. That's how Site42 gets support from it as well. Sin, thank you for donating again. I found some SCP-420-J in my containment chamber. That's odd. That's not normally a place we would hang out and partake and end up at a higher elevation, so to speak. Also, you're not biological, so you should not be affected by that, right? Billy the Go-Goat, thank you for donating again. Beta 777. Do we have a Beta 777? Are they casino focused because 777 is a jackpot? 777. Yeah, Mobile Task Force Beta 77, codename Hecate's Spear. All right, Billy the Go-Goat, let's examine Beta 777. Task Force mission. Specializes in thaumaturgical ritual analysis and countermeasures, including thaumaturgical combat, based out of Site 91. They are in the containment of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 anomalies, which for thaumaturgical rituals is a wonderful number to have, very appropriate. And then they're also involved in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 action reports. So, you know what? On one hand, wizards are fairly squishy. So you're not going to give them a very high constitution or endurance. You're not likely to see them winning at physical challenges. And I doubt that anyone at the Foundation, where we value rules and protocols very strongly, would go so far as to cheat and put a thaumaturgical wormhole inside their throat, allowing them to eat infinite hot dogs, which would be a good strategy for cheaters, but we at the Foundation, we don't cheat like that. So unfortunately, the squishy wizards are going to be... They're formidable in containment at basic level. I'm going to make them a C rank. I can't justify Hecate's Spear being any higher than that. Beta 777. Hecate's Seer. C rank. Squishy. Wizards. No endurance. Let's say Samsara are able to eat. Mr. Scum, unfortunately, I can't do that without evidence. I don't want to end up with Wiki Canon beating the hell out of me. Now, if you guys want to do some research on Mobile Task Force Samsara's articles and see if you can find them eating and digesting food, I would love the intel. This can be a Mobile Task Force Psi-42 project. If you're interested in the Samsara ranking, get me wiki evidence of them eating. Then we will move on. Or get me wiki evidence that they've never eaten anything or can't eat. Whichever way the cookie crumbles, whether it's in their mouth or not, we will know. Lols, thank you for donating twice again. 049 has to stop gender swapping. No. Right now, as long as 049 is cooperating with the mobile task forces, they are allowed permission for the gender switching stone, SCP-113. So no, it's fine and allowed right now. It's better than the other experiments they would be doing. And can we show 682 Skibbity Toilet and see its opinion? Not a his, its. SCP-682 is an anomaly, which means it is an object, not a person. It is, in fact, an SCP, which means it's an it, not a he, not a she, an it. Please practice proper pronoun parlance protocols at the Foundation. Thank you. And no, I'm not allowing you to show 682 Skibbity Toilet. It already wants to destroy humanity at the highest possible level it could want to. We don't need to try and make it want to kill us more. Mr. Scum says Samsara cannot eat. Mr. Scum, can you tell me where you got that information so I can confirm it? I appreciate you checking. I just want to make sure we have the full intel proof. And in the meantime, Sin, thank you for donating again. Maybe try Omega 1 or Omega 12. They might be fun. Well, why don't we try both real quick? First of all, I think Omega 1 might already be here. Yeah, Mobile Task Force Omega 1, codename Law's Left Hand, are A-rank hot dog eaters. They are stiff as the Red Right Hand are because they're such high-ranking professionals. But if I rank them low, they'll get me because they'll get the ethics committee on me. So no, they are A-rank and no lower than that. Meanwhile, we did not do Omega 12, and so we can add them to the list. Scrolling to find them, Omega 12, codename Achilles Heels. Task Force mission. A task force composed of reality-bending Foundation personnel from an alternate universe. Omega 12 is tasked with capturing SCP-3008 instances, guarding the many entities imprisoned in Area 13, and hunting down powerful uncontained reality benders elsewhere. They utilize objects SCP-3480. They assist in containing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 anomalies, and 1 action report. Okay. They are literally reality benders. Are they allowed to use their reality bending powers in a hot dog eating contest? I'm thinking back to other task forces and how we've allowed them to use powers before. Because the wizards couldn't, that would be cheating. They could just eat infinite hot dogs. That's not fair. I think the reality benders also would not be allowed to use their powers. And in that case, that means that they would just be stuck. They'd be squishy wizards again. Because when you're reality bending, it means that you are not using your actual capabilities. So I'm thinking the answer is they are matching C rank. They are there with the other squishy wizards because if you take away their cheating, they are not going to be as capable. Omega 12. Now, good news for me, I didn't even know we had a mobile task force of reality benders. I will need to remember them in case they are needed. Mike, where were they? Like Beta 77. Coming back to chat. Mobile Task Force Lambda 2, Alto Clef's Bisexual Stripper Assassin Squad. Desk. Now Director of Mobile Task Force Lambda 2, codenamed Dr. Clef's Bisexual Stripper Assassin Squad. Are they even listed on the task force rankings? Are they even listed here? They're not listed here. Where are they? What do they contain? What do they do? Are they in fact real? Headed to his office. That was how Dr. Clef found out he was now the director of Mobile Task Force Lambda 2, codename Impending Sexual Harassment Complaint. There. There we go. That's why. So no, they don't get a ranking. Does the Plague Doctor eat? Psycho Shatter intern. Psycho Shatter. If you look at the SCP-049 article, you'll see an X-ray from a profile of 049's face. And you will notice the beak encompasses the mouth, which means the mouth is not accessible to food. So the answer is no. Dr. Dark Star, thank you for donating again. Let's go, my boys. The guys who got me in containment and now homies of mine get S rank. I don't know who it was about, but we only did one S rank. I guess that would have been Hammer Down, so congratulations to them. Puppet Boy, thank you for donating again. Hell yeah, I love Numbers with Dr. Sherman. Was this when I was singing Numbers? I'm going to assume it was. Billy the Go-Goat, thank you for donating again. Argument. Witches and wizards burn a lot of energy with spells, so we need the calories. You know, Billy the Go-Goat, I kind of get you there, but it's not the kind of like carbo loading that you do for physical endurance. It takes mental concentration, but mental energy and physical energy, while related, I'm not going to give you that one as an upgrade to their ranking. Tank Pros Emporum, thank you for becoming a member here at Site-42. We appreciate your service as a level 1 researcher and the helping that you're doing with plotting the battle against the White Names. Dr. Cullivan, thank you for donating again. Hi, out of character, just want to ask if I can draw you an 049. Well, go right ahead. You can draw whatever you like. That's the wonderful thing about the SCP community. No, it was Epsilon 9. You did say aloud S rank. Oh, we did 2 S ranks today. That's right, Fire Eaters as well. Gotcha. The Fire Eaters were the ones who brought you in. That makes sense. Yes, they are S rank too. I just forgot about them because we're in the stream right now. We're in the Containment Hazard Assessment Team chat. I'm bouncing questions back and forth. I'm talking out, think second, talk first. So yeah, sometimes I will talk faster than my brain will let me, but that's all right. Absolute Solver Sin, thank you for donating again. Oh yes, and Darkstar, thank you for donating again to correct me on that. What about Psi 7? Let me check the list. LMNOP, Psi 2. We haven't done Psi 7, so let's take a look at them. Mobile Task Force Psi 7, codename Home Improvement. Task Force Mission. Mobile Task Force Psi 7 specialized in the undercover investigation, containment, and/or demolition of anomalous buildings or buildings affected by anomalies, particularly residential homes in populated areas. This includes the acquisition or transfer of affected buildings to Foundation control, as well as initial observation and documentation of such buildings prior to transfer to local containment teams for long-term or ongoing containment, based out of Site 77. Home Improvement is assisting in the containment of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. 29 anomalies and 3 action reports. Beyond having that many anomalies, which makes them powerful, as well as action reports, they're also in construction and demolition. You know those guys aren't in the best shape, but they are a bunch of overweight New Yorkers working on the construction site, getting things done, blowing things down. So you know that they are going out and having some cheesesteaks. You know that they're hitting the hot dog cart on their lunch breaks. And so I am willing, very willing, to put Mobile Task Force Psi 7 based on the amount of anomalies contained, their special sauce. I think they are easy A rank, and I'm waffling on S rank. Let me start to put them in the list, and as I do, maybe I will be inspired. Maybe the chat will also say something to lure me to either A rank or S rank. Checking the chat. Recommendations on the construction crew, Mobile Task Force Psi 7, codename Home Improvement. It doesn't look like anyone is recommending. Junior Researcher says A rank at least. I agree. No one is arguing A or S. And so if I'm on my own to make this decision, I think... You know, the only thing I think is the only other thing the New Yorkers are going to be is they're going to be a little bit lazy. They're going to have their union-mandated breaks. So I'm going to give them A rank. Not that I'm anti-union at all. Obviously, I agree with the unions in the political sense, please. A rank, but it's a funny meme for them to have union breaks. So that's why I'm giving them A rank. Construction guys can put away the dogs, but they have mandated union breaks. Love it. All right. Sin, thank you for donating again. Has a joke, Moo13. Did you mean as a joke rather than has a joke? So, I do believe we've already done Moo13, codenamed the Ghostbusters. They are an A-rank hot dog eating team because they have, pardon me, decent strength of anomaly containment, unflappable by fear and intimidation. But we just didn't have enough to say they were S rank. As a time check, Site 42 staff, we have 15 minutes left in this stream. 15 minutes. I'm checking for more Mobile Task Force people. Person of interest and Epsilon 6, the Village Idiots, are already ranked. Epsilon 6 are C rank. They're in this. They are for suburbs and things like that. They don't spend enough time in the big city, which means they're not used to hot dog eating. So the Village Idiots are C rank. Sin, thank you for donating again. What about Sigma 3? What about Sigma 3? Do we have them on the list already? We don't have any Sigmas, so let's go to Sigma 3. Mobile Task Force. Sigma 3. Codename Bibliographers. Task Force mission. Mobile Task Force Sigma 3 is charged with covert infiltration of the anomalous community for the purpose of gathering intel, with particular focus on the vast otherworldly location of the Wanderer's Library. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 anomalies in containment, And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 after action reports. You know, as much as I hate to hate on my own kind, exactly as junior researcher said, these are bookworms. They're nerds. C rank might be the best they get. And that's only because they seem pretty formidable. But, you know, nerds. Not really a high constitution class. You know what? They are dealing with an infinite library of infinite knowledge. They might be able to find a textbook that can give them pointers at hot dog eating. I'm going to give them B rank. I'm going to say they can learn. But I'm not giving them more than B rank. The bibliographers are B rank at best. Sigma 9. B rank. Nerds. But nerds in Wanderer's library. So a hot dog eating textbook could educate them. Good. Good one. Dr. Sherman, the people must know. Would you rather be a puppy or a unicorn? Intern Nikki, I have no idea if this is some sort of meme or just a random chat question, but I've seen it a couple times, and I guess unicorns are bigger, and they have a horn for attacking. A puppy will grow up to be a dog, but it will still be a dog. So I guess unicorns are better. They have magic powers sometimes. Sin, thank you for donating again and again and again today. Gamma 5 and Gamma 6. All right, try to keep it to one mobile task force toward donation. We got to keep getting through these. So Gamma 5, Gamma 6. This is the last time I'll take 2 on one dono like this. Unless you go like big on it and then I have to. Where's Gamma in the Greek alphabet? There we go. Red herrings. Mobile Task Force Gamma 5 specializes in preventing the dissemination of knowledge of anomalous events or phenomena in cases where initial suppression efforts have proven ineffective, or in cases where such knowledge has already reached critical levels of public exposure. So our disinformation guys. This includes the research and deployment of experimental amnestics as well as memory fabrication procedures. They're included in the containment of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's a lot, but you know what? They're nerds sitting in a room playing with amnestics and disinformation. No, D rank. Don't care, Gamma 5. The only red herring is pretending that you had skills when it came to hot dog eating. No, whatever I just did was wrong. Let's try that again. D rank, bunch of nerds running disinfo and amnestics. And Gamma 5 was deep feeders. Task Force Gamma 6 specializes in investigation and tracking of deep sea or oceanic anomalies. So we know they're good under pressure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 25 anomalies and 2 action reports. Submarine crew. Got to be in pretty decent shape for the whole militarized side of that. I'm comfortable with a B rank. I'm not comfortable going much more than that. They don't have much sauce beyond that. B rank. Submarine crew contains fair amount of anomalies. In decent shape to crew. Submersible. Good under pressure. Sin, you donated again. Thank you for donating again. You want Lambda 14? Let's do Lambda 14. What is Lambda 14? We haven't done any Lambas yet, not counting Dr. Clef's fake sexual harassment team. Lambda 14, codename One Star Reviewers. Task Force mission. A task force that specializes in dealing with retail-oriented locations and anomalies, be they singular restaurants or entire shopping districts displaying anomalies. Since their initial investigation of the Ambrose restaurant, Mobile Task Force Lambda 14 has been assigned to work to combat this group. For more information on this task force, see the Ambrose Restaurant dossier, containing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 anomalies, 3 after-action reports. They literally deal with restaurants. Now, Ambrose is known for fine dining, but also crazy off-the-wall menus. So yeah, I think they've got to have pretty strong stomachs. I have to say Lambda 14 is at the very least A rank, probably S rank hot dog eaters. They are literally dealing with anomalous food. Anomalous restaurant team has it on lock. I don't think you can argue with that. Sval, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Make sure to grab yourself a mocha on your way past the commissary. What about Gamma 4, codenamed the Green Stags? Let me take a look. Gamma 4, where is Gamma 4? Mobile Task Force Gamma 4, codename Green Stags. Task Force mission. Mobile Task Force Gamma 4 specializes in operations involving anomalies, enforced or otherwise nature-based anomalies. Skilled in ecology, recovery, and tracking targets, based out of Site 44 and operating on behalf of cryptozoology. They only contain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 anomalies. They're out in the woods. They're eating cans of baked beans on the fire. I do not think that this team is going to be particularly adept in a hot dog eating contest. Their survivor endurance is really the only reason I'm going to put them at C rank rather than any lower. I'm not impressed. Endurance for woodland tracking, but not really exposed to hot dog enough. Coming back to the chat. Okay, my boss wants me to tell you that we stole SCP-069. You should probably go check on it. Not him, it. It is an anomaly. It is an object. It is not a person. Please practice proper pronoun parlance protocols at the Foundation. Meanwhile, why would anyone want to steal SCP-069 anyways? It is just a dude who becomes the dead person next to them and tries to fulfill their last wishes. Why would you steal that? Charger, because it's a funny number? These people are so boring. Mobile Task Force Pi 1, codename the City Slickers. Mobile Task Force Pi 1, you say? Well, it's not a pie eating contest, but Mobile Task Force Pi 1, codename City Slickers. Are they not on the list? I would have thought they would be. Nope. Okay, let's go into them. Mobile Task Force Pi 1 specialized in the investigation, containment, of subsequent cleanup of anomalies in densely populated urban environments, particularly in the New York metropolitan area, baby! New York, that's right. Obviously, these guys get a bonus for urban environments, especially New York when it comes to the hot dog eating. All of you saying F, you're just jealous. I don't know what you're talking about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44 anomalies. 44 anomalies and 5 after-action reports. They are strong. Oh, F for the milkshake. Okay. I'm sorry for the milkshake. That is sad. If a milkshake saw harm, I also press F to respect a fallen milkshake. Yeah, these guys are containing a ton of anomalies. They specialize in cities and New York. I can't give them any less than S rank. I would be negligent in my duties if I did not believe HI. If I did not believe that the City Slickers were S rank material. New York-based team. Lots of anomalies contained. Forget about it. James, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Go ahead and grab yourself a hoagie on your way past the commissary. Hey, Dr. Sherman, this is the first stream I've caught since my Google account got hacked and I had to make a new one. Been trying to rebuild my channel ever since. Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I hope that your new password is not stolen by a new person. Information security is very important to us at the Foundation, so be careful with that. Absolute Solver Sin, thank you for donating again. Did we have Beta 7 already? We do have Beta 7 in here. Beta 7, the Maz Hatters are S rank because they contain many anomalies, so they're strong, and they are grossed out by nothing, dealing with chemical and hazardous anomalies. So they are powerful hot dog eaters for sure. Dark Duality, thank you for your first donation of today's stream, as well as being a member. Make sure to grab yourself a mochi on your way past the commissary. Would making drawings that can leave the paper and copies of the original make the artist a reality bender? Just wanted to find out if someone I know, totally not me, is going to get oofed by Clef. You don't have to be a reality bender to be anomalous. And that means that making drawings that come to life and all that, that doesn't mean you're a reality bender, it just means you have a particular anomaly. It would take more to classify you as a reality bender from that. Sin, thank you for donating again. Is XI pronounced Chai? Is that right? Kai? XI. It's not Xi like China. Xi pronounced the taxi. It is she. Taxi. C. Xi. Xi. Okay. Xi. Interesting. All right, so Z8. All my donations let Z8 to be forgotten. Z. I'm going to go with Z, Charger. You're right about that. All my donations let Z8 to be forgotten. All right, we will not let Z8 be forgotten. Thank you for making sure the team... That's teamwork, Sin. Your teamwork is through the charts. Oh, and while I look that up, Desk wants you to know that you don't have to be a reality bender for Clef to oof you. Just saying. All right, heading back to the mobile task force listing. And we're going down to the Z's. Mobile Task Force Z8, codename Last to Fall. Task Force mission. Mobile Task Force Z8 is a battalion-strength task force dedicated to the acquisition and or termination of Sarkic enemies and artifacts. Created as a response to the growing Sarkic threat, Z8's operational scope encompasses all 6 major continents, with naval support provided by the Foundation as needed. Now, they're only in the containment of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 anomalies and 2 action reports, so you would think that would rank them pretty low. But they're dealing with the flesh that hates. They're dealing with... Actually, they're not specifically dealing with the flesh that hates, though. But they are dealing with the Sarkics, the flesh monsters. So you think that they're not going to have an iron stomach for tearing into some hot dogs? You got another thing coming. These guys, with their wide battalion strength, operational worldwide scale, and the flesh eating, I can't put them less than A. You gotta believe I can't put them less than A. The question is, can I put them higher than A? Could they be an S rank? I'm gonna look at the chat to see if you want A or S on these guys. I'm on the line with them. I think it could lean toward S, but I'm looking for backup on this opinion. And you'll know what I think about what you think once I... A, B, C, D, F, G, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X. Boo, 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 boo. All right, I'm giving you guys a little democracy here. I see S, S, S. I see 3 S's. I see 4 S's. That's 3 S's because that's 2 votes. That's 4 S's. Meanwhile, I see A, 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 A. It looks like the A's have it. And I am nothing but a fair site director. A rank. Not containing too many anomalies, but battling Sarkics across the globe counts for strength and steel stomachs. Now hang on, they should have S if Z8 can hold off the Daybreak monsters. I mean, the Daybreak monsters are not much different than the flesh that hates in the Sarkics anyways. So, I mean, a flesh monster is a flesh monster, a flesh monster. I'm not really worried about the classifications here. The real problem with dealing with the Daybreak's monsters isn't the flesh monsters themselves. It's that if they get you, they drag you into the sun and make you one of them. So they're not super powerful on their own. It's just bulk numbers. And the whole sun is a deadly laser part. Coming back to chat. Site 42 staff, we are officially overtime by 5 minutes. I'm going to knock out these last donos. And then it's time for us to sign this off. I'm having a weird glitch here. Hold on. Huh. Well, the glitch doesn't seem to be breaking anything. Hell of a fan. Thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Make sure to grab yourself a ramune on your way past the commissary. The Scarlet King Eater is back and ready to make jokes. Man, some of these outer reality bending entities are just real weird about it, huh? Just, oh, I can eat the outer god, terrifying, universe-ending threat. And I'm gonna joke about it. Okay. Rebel Commander, thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Make sure to grab yourself a Ramion on your way past the commissary. A warning has been put on this researcher for spending Foundation researchers on personal trip to Tibet. For the time being, is denied all field missions. Yeah, that's usually what happens to you. Way to go. Sin, thank you for donating 2 more times. Ada77, are they on the list? Ada77 is not on my list. Ada77, codename Spheres Within Spheres. Task Force mission. The Department of Tactical Theology's personalized operational unit, consisting of 15 specialized members. All personnel in the task force have expertise in dealing with aggressive or threatening religion-related anomalies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 anomalies contained. And they're dealing with religious entities, which means they're more on the wizardly, clerically side. In fact, I think clerics are weaker stomached than frickin' wizards. So Ada77, I'm not impressed. D rank. D rank. Clerics are weaker than wizards. And in fact, didn't I make the wizards a C rank? So yes, D rank is the clerics. Good, I did that right. See, I've got it all up here, man. Perfect recollection, for sure, not lying. And Moo Zero. What is Moo Zero? Moo Zero. Maxwell's Demons. That's quite a code name. Task Force mission. Specialized in containing demons or demonology-related anomalies. Assisting in the containment of 6386, 6553, 7821, and 8235. So they're a newer task force, only containing 4 anomalies and 1 after-action report. Now, are they more a demon fighting troop or a demon banishing troop? Because that would mean they are more thaumaturgical, i.e., wizards again. So what are they doing? This looks like they are doing banishments, which means wizards, priests. So, yep, I am not giving Moo Zero any credit. Maxwell's Demons, even though you sound cool with your demon hunting, you are not the hot dog eating champions. D rank. Priests and clerics are squishy. Rebel Commander, thank you for donating again. Set up a meeting with the Anomalous Sports League yet? Game 2 p.m. tomorrow. Oh, son of a bitch. All right, I have to get that done. Just wanted them to get more recognition, lol. Well, Dr. Kami, they are new and deserving of recognition. I don't deny that. I only deny their hot dog eating prowess for today's stream. Alright, so I'll have to call up the Anomalous Sports League after I get off stream, which it is time to end stream now, everyone. So as is tradition around these parts, at the end of every stream, I tell you my favorite SCPs. Now, I'm not going to tell you that the SCPs I personally wrote are my favorites. That would be cheating. Of course, I love the documents I wrote. They're very good. But if you want to read the SCPs I wrote, you can go to the Sherm Site 42 author page and hub on the SCP Wiki. There you can see the articles I wrote, and on the next page over, there's some tabs. And those tabs, ooh, buddy, they've got some links. And those links, some people are very interested in those links, and they just don't look hard enough. They're right there. You could go to them. And while you're there, you can become a Patreon patron or a YouTube channel member to donate to Site 42 monthly. You can do Ko-Fi or a YouTube Super Chat to donate to us 1 donation at a time. Either way, if you can directly donate to help out Site 42, we appreciate you helping us keep the lights on. Advertisers and sponsors are rare in the SCP community because we're so niche, so it's viewers like you that really make us work here. And even if you can't donate because you're a member of the Broke Gang, Trust me, we're an arts community. We're used to starving artists. Don't worry about it. Because if you're here in the chat commenting, liking the stream, sharing, subscribing on our videos, and commenting on our videos and all that, then you are a valuable member of Mobile Task Force Psi-42, codename the Signal Boosters. And because of your help, YouTube's algorithm brings us new people, fresh blood, to bring into the SCP fandom so we can support the wiki and its authors, artists, animators, game devs, filmmakers, merch makers, all sorts of SCP content. We're making it better, one fan engagement at a time, and that's because of the power of Mobile Task Force Psi-42, codename Signal Boosters. You are saluted by me. Now, without further ado, my favorite SCPs in no particular order are SCP-3009, SCP-3043, SCP-008-J, SCP-Spooky-J, SCP-5031, SCP-5175, SCP-5320, and SCP-8980. Content warning on the last one, it's a doozy. Speed round, 3999-3043-008-J, Spooky-J, 5031-5175-5220-8980. Content warning on the last one, big bad read on 8980. I saw a Ko-Fi donation come in during that outro. I don't want to miss it. Amber, thank you for your first donation to today's stream and for doing it through the Ko-Fi. Thank you for making the effort. Make sure to grab yourself a Korean barbecue on your way past the commissary. C rank, theologians can eat. Have you seen a Baptist potluck? Oh, you got me. I grew up in Florida among the Baptists, and wow, can they put it away. So, man. But I'm thinking about the exorcists are always very reserved. They're very chill. They're not usually the same as the patrons of the church, who are much more rambunctious. I'm gonna give you a C-. This is the first minus in the rankings. I'll have you know. This is the first minus to make it into the rankings. But just because you convinced me, I'll give them a C- instead of a D. Whew. Now, last time before we end off today's stream, remember, once we're done, check out our sponsors, the SCP-3008 Infinite Furniture Store comic book called Maze of Shelves. The links in our description or pinned in our chat both link to the original Maze of Shelves comic book, the Dr. Sherman variant cover, and the episode 2 variant cover. There, you can grab it, and if you do it from our links, Site42 gets a little cut of the merch. That's the way affiliates work. That's the way we do our best with our sponsors. So if you guys hit that up, we appreciate you greatly. Site42 staff, I hope you had fun today. I hope you learned something. Learned something about hot dog eating. Be safe, be well, and as always, secure, contain, protect. I'll see you in the next Dr. Sherman Coffee Break, a subsidiary of the anomalous broadcast of Site42. Don't give up. It's just the weight of the world. When your heart's heavy, I will lift it for you. Don't give up, because you want to be heard. If silence keeps you, I will break it for you. Everybody wants to be understood. Well, I can hear you. Everybody wants be loved. Don't give up, because you are loved. The credit song is You Are Loved by Josh Groban. See you next time, Site 42 fam.